Hello, my name is Placide Mwizerwa, a senior operations manager at the Spokes of Hope World, which is a non-profit organization that seeks to improve access to education by providing bicycles to students who need them. So for this presentation, you're going to talk much about the managerial functions as well as some managerial styles in which manager can use to manage and control the achievement of certain activity in an organization. So without delaying, there are 5 managerial functions which are planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. And the 3 managerial styles which are directing, delegating, and discussing. So the above managerial functions as well as managerial styles will help us to understand fully different functions of every manager as well as some of the best strategy or style that can use when he is managing his or her employees. Let us start with the first function, which is planning. Planning refers to the new way of determining as well as deciding what will happen in the future in a certain company. So in the planning process, manager have to generate the action plan of goals and objective of the company, which they are going to achieve in the future. So it is better to set goals, strategy, as well as some tactics for achieving those goals set. Some activity or an activity that a manager may do in this function include planning. For example, take an example of marketing project where a certain company have a marketing to market a new product. So in planning as function, manager will plan everything concerning the marketing tools, which marketing tools are going to use, which social medias are going to be used while marketing this product, the locations, the employees, the budget, everything that is concerned about how the market will be going in the future will be planned by manager, not alone, but also in partnership with other employees in the company. Second activity or function is organizing. Normally, this refers to the way of putting the human resource or people or employees in a certain, putting them in a certain order in relation with the available resources. In other words, organizing involves the assigning of uh, tasker and responsibilities as well, and giving the resources to be used while perform that activity or why accomplishing those tasks. So this is what we call to organize. So in this way, the organized workers and the other resources follow the plans to successfully accomplish the task. So some of the activity that may be done in this area is manager may assign maybe person A to design flyers which will be used in marketing, another person B may be assigned with budget, where your manager assign a task and immediately give the materials, the needed materials to be used to accomplish that task. That's what we call organizing. The third element is staffing or commanding. This function consists of analyzing the job, recruiting employees, and hiring people who have the right skills that are needed for accomplishing certain tasks or certain jobs that are available in the company. Also, it can be not recruiting but also giving or offering some training for keeping or improving some skills that are needed by the current or existing workers in the company. That's what we call staffing or commanding. So some activity that manager may do is to analyze the available job, or if there is a gap in a certain company, in a certain department, every manager is is responsible or in charge of identifying and critically and deeply analyze any gap that may be in the department, and then after may hire a new staff member or can offer any training to the existing staff members so that they can accomplish that task they have identified. That's what we call staffing. So another uh, coming to leading as managerial function, this refers to determining what needs to be done by every situation and getting the right employees to work on it. So some activity that a manager may do in this function is to determine what the gap is in a certain department and immediately find the people to fill that gap or to perform some of the tasks that may be included. Coming to the last managerial function, which is controlling or monitoring. This refers to the way of evaluating the business goals and objectives of the work done for achieving that goals. So, this is the last step every manager should have a skill or should be involved in, where after setting goals and objectives to be achieved in a certain company, a manager should check if the activities that are being performed are in relation with the achievement of those goals. So some of activities that the manager can do here is to conduct a performance evaluation or performance appraisal for verifying really if the workers are working for the achievement of the business goals or objective have set. This is what we call to control or to monitor. Coming to the second part, which is management style. Normally when we talk about management style or managerial styles, are the ways that a manager might use to manage employees and business for achieving business goals and objectives. So the first managerial style is directing. What does it mean, directing? This is a management style where a manager communicates direction to follow in a direct way to the employees. Manager with this style tells employees what to do, how to do it, and when to be done. This style has some strengths. The first one is it provides the clear directions to the activity before it is starting. So before starting, an employee has an overview and every information that will be helping him to perform a certain activity. Another advantage of strength of this style is to give the change of worker to ask for clarifications. So because when you are being ordered or command or given a direction or some instructions, you got a chance of asking some understandable or some questions for clarification. However, this style could have some weakness or some disadvantages, which include but not limited to limited interaction between manager and employees. Here, because the manager is supervisor, is directing or is giving instruction and direction of how things should be done, it will minimize the interaction between him and employees, where employees will be only performing the roles that are set by a manager. Also, another weakness is it may cause a conflict when the directions are not heard or are not followed accordingly, because this is sometimes employees may misunderstood some directions, and then if you're going to perform a certain activity, the rules and directions that have been given by manager, if not followed, in this case immediately there will be conflict or some problems may be occur. Coming to the second style, managerial style, which is delegating. The delegating, manager empowers the employees, where it is more of assigning duty and giving the employees the power to freely perform the activity on what they are required to complete. Some of the strength of this style is to increase the motivation of the employees, where people are being empowered, they feel that they are valuable, valued, and this make them to feel motivated and then perform the activity effectively and accordingly. Also, it increases the trust and understanding between managers and employees. This is when people are empowered. This is the symbol of showing that the manager are trusting them that they can do something on their own. They can create something great without having any direction or any supervision. So this will show that also the workers have been trusted in the company, which will increase also the productivity of them. First, increase the opportunity for employees to express their ability. This is where they will show the creativity and innovation because they are given tasks to accomplish from themselves. They will able to demonstrate their potential for showing the manager who has trusted them and give the opportunity of working themselves that was not mistaken or was not wrong. So this will also improve the working condition where they will be working in a good environment manner as they will be feeling that they are trusted. However, on those strengths, this can have also a weakness. Also, there is a misuse of power and the delay for the work because here workers will feel that they have a power to perform the activity themselves. So this may delay because they have to delay because also they have power of suggesting what is needed. So in that case, there may be a minimum supervision which can delay the work done. The last managerial style which is discussing, we manager with this style promote working through interaction where they encourage critical thinking and lively discussion by asking some questions about problem, opportunities or issue that may arise in the company and how they suggest some ways that can be used to solve them. So this is very beautiful, very great managerial style because it enhances critical thinking and problem solving skills where people given an opportunity of showing what they are able and suggest some ways that can be used to solve a certain or some measures that can be taken to enhance a certain project of discussion. Also, it increases the collaboration and teamwork and spirit among the workers as long as even the employees and employers have time to discuss. As they are discussing on the same table, they will increase the collaboration and teamwork spirit, which is will lead to high productivity. Also, this discussing as a managerial style motivate employees and they feel involved in the activity. However, nervous people may not want to participate in the discussion. Also, it takes a long period of time to come up with the right decision because as they're discussing, everyone has the right to say whatever and they have to judge it, so it can take a long time. So, as a scenario that this style can be used, for example, if there are a big problem of losing customers in a huge quantity in the certain company. So manager can decide to sit with his employees to discuss on the root cause of this problem of losing customers and they suggest some different ways or different possible solution that may be taken so that they can solve this problem. Coming to delegating, for example, a scenario that where a manager can use this style is the organization may list uh, some task and then list all the tasks completed and let everyone know that they will have to work on that way is getting some task to his employees. Also, the scenario in which a manager can use effectively directing as a managerial or management style is if the project of creating a marketing plan, as I've said, number manager will tell some direction to workers and follow them as they are doing what they are listening to the manager or what have been told by manager. So after going through this managerial style and the managerial function of a manager. I hope everyone will be able to perform effectively his or her duty accordingly. Thank you.